In our series on winter tires with expert Paul Luciano, Nicole from British Columbia had this question.
Hey Paul, what's the difference between an ice radial and a snow tire?
One or two manufacturers came up with more of an ice radial about 15 years ago, and there was mostly just snow tires on the market. Both are considered snow, but the ice radial has more enhanced traction in wet weather, greasy, sloppy slush. So there still is some snow tires on the market, but mostly ice radials, and that's where the demand is because of the enhanced traction and quiet. This is a fairly new style of ice radial, which actually looks awful lot like an all-season tire, but its compound is significantly softer and gives you the traction in the ice and a quieter ride. People tend to complain about the noise of ice and or snow tires, but ice radials tend to be a little bit quieter because of the design of the tread. So the traction in this tire is dependent on the compound of the rubber, not as much as the design of the tread, but there is a lot of siping in the tire that will give you traction when the load of your tire is on there, which pries apart these sipings on the lug. And this is more of an older style snow tire, which is dependent mostly on the design of the tread. And you can see that it's a more aggressive style of lug, more knobby-like in appearance, but does have rain siping in it for ice traction also, but maybe not quite as soft as a straight ice radial, so it gives you both. But I would call that a snow tire. This tire is a cross between an ice and snow tire, and the reason why I say that is because the compound in this tire will be harder, and it's got a stud hole template in it, and really the only way to allow for that is to have a harder compound rubber. If it was a straight ice radial, the tire would come apart with the studs coming out of it because it couldn't support the stud because the rubber would be softer.